Hi guys, it's T, and I'm going to show you guys my Bob's Burgers build. I finally got around to doing it. I've been building on Bloxburg for about 4 months now, and this is one that I've been wanting to do for a while. So I'm just going to show you the step-by-step. I did speed it up by a lot, just because it took me about 5.5 hours to do this entirely. So I recommend just slowing the video down if you're going to remake it, so that you can do it step-by-step. Because this one, like I said, this will go fast. So I did start with the restaurant, and as you can see, I started by putting the items inside because I wanted it to be the right amount of space. I know when some of my builds, I'll start from the outside and work my way in, and then there's not enough space. I am a dirty deleter, so I hate having to go back and forth deleting and remaking things when the sizing doesn't work out. So for this one, I wanted to be very particular. I started with putting all of the furniture on the inside, and then later on I'll build around it. Because it's moving very fast, you guys can always pause at any moment, or like I said, slow the video down so that you could get the exact colors and materials that are being used to make this stuff. I did pull up pictures of each room on Google just so that I said I didn't miss any details. A lot of this is stored in my memory, but again, I just didn't want to miss any details when making this. So I went room by room looking for images online. Guys, I had to add the piping using the shapes because I just feel like it gives the restaurant a lot of character. I am coloring the items. I did go back and change the counters to make them a little darker, so do it that way you please. And I did use the Transform Plus tool a lot in this one because there's a lot of stuff that I had to make. I had to customize, so you'll see me using that tool a lot. Guys, it was last minute when I realized that there were not many Bob's Burgers decals in the game. So I did have to make my own custom signs for some of the stuff. There's just very limited items that you can find in there. I guess if you didn't know already, you can get your own creator account if you would like to upload decals and other items into the game. On Roblox, just go to create.roblox.com to sign up. And so here I moved on to the restaurant's kitchen. Like I said earlier, I am a dirty deleter, which means I put a lot of stuff down. Later on, I go back and delete it when it no longer suits or fits, the look I'm going for. So these counters don't stick around long, but I was attempting to make plenty of counter space. So. And if you are a Bob's Burger fan, then you may be aware of the huge discrepancy with the front door and the window. There's kind of no space in between the two on the outside of the restaurant. However, they have a basement on the inside, a doorway and everything to the basement, as well as a large kitchen. So it kind of doesn't make sense, but we've already figured out that it just doesn't have to make sense since it's a cartoon. So here I am trying to line up the rest of the restaurant, considering I have to add the bathroom in the back, as well as the employees' restroom. And there was just a ton of extra space because, again, it's a cartoon. It doesn't have to really make sense. So I'm going to just leave it as empty space. So you'll see it starting. I'm already deleting stuff because I realized now that I needed to put a wall there so that I can sort of make a door or an allusion to a door, because at first I decided I was just going to pretend that there was a basement and not create an actual basement. Okay, you'll see in a few of my builds, whenever I want to create an illusion, I kind of sort of use the tools to make shapes, and then I'll use like decals, and I'll change that to a door later. But like I said, I eventually deleted that as well when I decided to make a full basement. Guys, whenever you can't place a wall but need a wall, just make a wall out of shapes. You will not be able to put a door or a window on it, so keep that in mind, but you can kind of get away with it. So before I finished the downstairs, I did decide to go upstairs and sort of make a first layout. It is not going to stay exactly the same in the end, but I kind of wanted to get an idea of where everything was going to go upstairs before I continued the downstairs, because you'll see later I even had to extend the downstairs even more so that it aligned with the upstairs. So a lot of this build was trial and error because, again, I'm building based on images. So, I mean, if I forget something, I do go back and I put it in there. And like I said, some of the stuff just does not make sense. So you have to make it make sense in the end. For example, like Louise's room over there, you see I made it really tiny. It's originally a closet. However, in season 12, I don't know if you guys know, but they went and built a loft bed in there. That doesn't work in real life, so it also doesn't work in Bloxburg. So I did have to go back and extend her room, for example, just to make it make sense and make everything fit. So I'm placing temporary doors, heavy on the temporary because they will be removed. I'm just placing them so that I know all the entry points to each room, and so that I also remember, where everyone's room is when I come back upstairs and it's all just gray area. Guys, take a close look at the window that's up front. Remember when I said that when you need to place a wall and you can't? I did have to have that window pushing out a little bit because it is a little extended in the cartoon. But I can't actually place a window there since it's made of a shape, since I couldn't put a wall. So like I said before, whenever you can't place an actual door or an actual wall, use shapes and decals, because I just placed a picture there and then I went into live mode and changed it into a window. Yeah, placing these rods to create the sort of rough look on the building is very important. Don't skip that step. It does take a lot, but I wouldn't skip it because you want to add the character to the building. It is an old rusty building, so... Anyway, moving on to the basement. Like I said before, I was just going to create a fake door to make it look like there was a basement, but my family's like, oh, no, you have to create the basement. So many scenes and episodes happen down there, so it's important, very vital to the build. So I went ahead and did the basement as well as the walk-in freezer. It was hard to make it accessible because, again, there's not enough space up front. So I had to do what I could with what I had, pretty much. And then, guys, we lace our boots up and we paint. Best part, choosing all the right colors. And luckily and surprisingly, I did not have to use a color wheel. I still have not purchased access to the extended color wheel. I've been using what they have available. I was in a rush to add lighting, so I didn't realize I added a lot of bulbs instead of the light fixtures, so I'll change those later. Okay, now we get to my favorite part, which is designing the upstairs unit, the house. It's just so much stuff going on up here that I did not realize, but we did make it happen. Well, you're probably wondering what exactly this is. You know, they have the antique, old, outdated tub with the curtain, and Bloxburg doesn't offer that for whatever reason, so I had to create a custom version of it so that it gives that old, rusty shower curtain look. So, yeah. I definitely enjoy playing with the textures and the colors way too much with this build because, like I said, their house has a lot going on. So many textures, so many colors. And it was at that moment when I was building the upstairs bathroom that I realized I never finished the downstairs bathroom. Neither did I even touch the employees' restroom. So I went back and colored those up as well. Guys, I'm so sorry. I moved over to the living room and I did a whole number and did not realize that I was not recording any of it. But I will give you guys a tour. Hopefully that helps. So I'm kind of just going to click on the items just to show you what I use, especially for the entertainment stand, because it's just nightstands put together. And then there's the couch I used. So remember the custom shower curtain. I noticed it was protruding into Bob and Linda's room. So here we go. Our custom walls again. And great. The room is way too small for a double bed. But that's okay. I use a single and I'll just add 2 pillows. I'm sure they would appreciate that. It saves a lot of money. This is probably the quickest and easiest room in the house. They don't have much in their bedroom. I did have to make some custom borders on the walls just because, again, it is a shape and instead of an actual wall. It took some trial and error to get the colors right, but I got it. I got it eventually. This Transform Plus tool has been my best friend with building. I mean, if you don't get any other pass or game pass, you definitely should have the Transform Plus tool. So far in this one, we've used Basement's Transform Plus. I have large lot, but it's not necessary because you could definitely build this on a regular size lot. Now it's time for Louise's room. I was so excited to do this because I've been wanting to make a custom loft bed, and it just so happened to be one in this build. So I may break this video up and show you guys the custom loft bed in detail. But as I said before, it doesn't make sense that this is all in a closet. Look how tiny that closet is. It's not gonna fit, so I did have to extend it another block. If you've watched any of my other builds, I do not just make stuff cute. I want it to be functional, so there is an actual sleeping mat up there so that this bed is functional and can be used to improve your moods. You know what? I'm realizing I really ate this build because I even found a way to make the inside bookcase, connected to the loft bed. I was going to make this happen. I tried a few different things, but I was going to make this happen, and it turned out really well. And it's, like I said, it's functional. You can actually store books and store anything you want on this shelf. This desk could not happen without the Transform Plus tool. There's no limits when you have that Game Pass. Did you hear me the first time? If you don't have anything else, definitely get that Game Pass. I went ahead and added all of her wall decor. I have no idea what these pictures were going to be because, like I said, it's very limited in the decals that you have available to you in Bloxburg. But like I said, just to give the character to the room, I am going to add them. Anyway, if you haven't already noticed, I have a habit of saying, like I said, even though I didn't say anything. It was in my head. So just ignore. I've probably said that a million times in this video. Now for the iconic room of Tina. A lot of scenes and episodes, they spend a lot of time in Tina's room. So if you are a fan, you probably have this room stored in your memory and know it by heart. I could definitely build this room without pictures. I honestly think this might be the most accurate room in this build. I mean, of course, minus the posters, so we can't get the exact posters. I mean, I just do not want to be copyrighted by uploading any type of Bob's Burgers content into the game. So I just use what I could find in the decals for those posters on the walls. You know, she loves horses, so a lot of it's going to be horse content. If you've been sleeping on shapes up until this video, please stop. You can do a lot of things. You can do a lot of things with the shapes. This is my custom hamper, which I would not have been able to make without those shapes. And guys, as I'm making the window above the desk, I could have sworn there was an episode where Tina and Tammy snuck out of the window to go somewhere. However, that is not where the fire escape is. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it just to confirm and see what they did. Maybe they had a ladder or something. I just could have sworn it was the fire escape. However, that's in the kitchen. So, And again, we paints. The best part, I love all the fun colors in her room, so it's getting pretty close and accurate to the real deal. You guys don't know how bad the beds being made was bothering me. I actually went into live mode and messed them all up because, you know, it's not all perfect and in unison like this in the show. It just has to have a little bit of, you know, roughness. In the beginning, I definitely was stressing about the horses because I'm like, how am I going to get all of her horse figures? And lo and behold, Bloxburg actually has little horse figures, so it was perfect. Yeah, I thought I was about to have to upload some like 3D decals and use the shaping tool to, you know, just make them appear to be horses. Kind of like when we put chips into the stores. But again, it just worked out so perfect with it already being in the game. I know you didn't think I would forget a diary. It's there. It's all there. Guys, this room is giving middle child room. It's just nothing going on in here. Very straight and to the point. I felt a little bad for Jean when I was building this. Like, I'm looking at the photos like, is that all? Is that really all? And there's nothing in there, guys. Nothing in there. Definitely treated him like a middle child with this room. Earlier I told you guys a lot of the layout doesn't make sense because it's a cartoon. For example, him having a closet. So I'm going to create an illusion to a closet with a decal, which I'm just going to go into live mode and change that photo to a photo of a door. He's not going to get a real closet, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go throughout and color all the walls that I skipped over before, and then fix the floors as well. And now we do this old outdated kitchen, which I surprisingly had fun with. Like I said, I love how there's just so much character and color in their unit, and it was really fun playing with all the colors. Definitely feel free to slow the video down when we start painting. You're probably going to want to get this exact because there's so much going on in here. Yeah, I have no clue why I keep referring to myself as we. I'm one person, I promise, despite what the doctors might think. I'm one person, I swear. So the rest of the video is just a bunch of painting. I had a lot of fun with the colors. I've entertained the idea of coming back and putting like cracks and stuff on the walls with decals. I'll see about that later, but I did come back and put a lot of decorations down, which you guys won't see on video. So I'm just going to finish up this build by painting the walls of the hallway and carrying it throughout, and then putting the carpet down or the floor down in the hallway, and that'll pretty much wrap the entire build up. Actually, we'll go outside as well because I did put the dumpster and stuff behind the building. So if for any reason you ever need an object to float in the air or maybe hang on a wall, I'm going to show you guys just how to do that. For example, to create their fire escape, I needed this ladder to float on the side of the patio. So create a transparent cube. I would resize it to the size or the height that you need the object to hang at. And make it wide enough to place the item as well, because what we're going to do is we're going to set that ladder on top of the transparent cube and then delete the cube. So when you delete the cube, the object will actually stay placed. It'll stay in the air and hang. And this also works if you want to hang things on like walls or fixtures that you can't normally hang things on top of. For objects that can be placed onto cubes, you can also create a mini transparent cube attach the object and then use a transform to drag those things. I'll show you guys that in another video. It's a way to like place decals and items onto furniture and like I said, stuff that you wouldn't normally be able to place it on. So I've pretty much wrapped up all the building. I later went back and added all the decorations like the dumpster I even eventually added the surrounding buildings, but just the exterior. So now I'm going to take you guys on a full tour. Guys, I tried my hand with Coochie Kopi. I used shapes. Did you guys see them there? It came out really well. So there you have it, guys, my entire Bob's Burgers build. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I enjoyed building it. Comment below, let me know if there are any other builds you would like for me to try, and be sure to check out my other builds, my entire town, which includes Chipotle. It also includes Chuck E. Cheese, amongst other things, guys. Subscribe to my channel for more builds, and go ahead and turn on the notification bell.